department's scared someone's going to sue. I told them we never used the name in transmission. They want confirmation that we didn't, so one of us is going to have to go through all those cassettes.
You mean one of you's going to have to go through all those cassettes? As for myself, I'm deeply committed to getting out the running order for next Thursday, so I'm afraid... Oh, is Frank there? It's Cherry.
Everybody happy?
Not now, Si.
He's not?
Please, Si.
But do feel like a little drink this evening. Strictly in the call of duty. Splendid wines, interesting company.
Si, could I come along to your office?
I have to pop out for an hour or two. I've got a meeting.
Well, what about tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm in Cleethorpes.
Good Lord, Si. You do lead a wild and glamorous life. Or is it that it's more difficult to hit a moving target?
Sweet child, sweet child. Anyway, the wine tasting's tonight. Wear your love list.
The what?
The wine tasting. There's some gubbins on it there. Oh, there's no sugar. It's a traditional affair given by a rich old connoisseur Samuel Pedlar of the Pedlar family. Wine merchants going back to, I don't know, George III.
Yes. Why do I have to attend this soiree?
Well, there'll be some wonderful vintages on show. I'd have thought you'd leap at the opportunity. Have a gentle gargle, challenge that sensitive palate of yours.
Come on, Si, don't be devious.
Devious? Wine is news these days. It's a great growth product. Housewives drink it instead of tea.
What's the story?
Well, I've been approached by a chap, a writer called Acton Tyndall. Does the name mean anything to you?
No.
No. Well, he says he has a story that would be of great interest to us.
Not your great wine shipping scandal. Fake Chianti from Naples made out of old banana skins, or was it umbrella handles?
Mr. Tyndall claims to have discovered the Damask collection.
Great. Never heard of it.
Well, it's alleged, my dear, to be a collection of wines of the finest vintages, assembled slowly and secretly over the past 200 years. It's been talked about, argued over, discussed, but no one's been able to prove that it actually exists.
Have you talked about it, argued over and discussed it much, say?
No, I'd never heard of it either. However, as a collection, like a perfect and legendary collection of stamps, it's priceless. And Mr. Jemima.
Sorry.
Jemima, I see it as a peg for the wine program we've always wanted to make.
We, Si, you?
You like wine? You like wine?
All right. Should make a legendary program, Si. He wants publicity.
Well, naturally. Oh, and if there are any bottles going spare, I'm interested in the Palmer 53, but I'll settle for the 61.
Move. Don't scream. Now, turn around. Very, very slowly.
Max. But you're in Singapore, aren't you?
You could have fooled me.
So what is this thing you're dragging me to?
I'm not dragging you. You don't have to come if you don't want to.
I haven't seen you in 2 years. You should have married me, you know.
3 years.
Anyway, you always had a tendency to vanish if I didn't keep my eyes on you. So what's it all about?
It is a very exclusive wine tasting to which are only invited guests chosen for their wit, charm and knowledge of the good life.
So how are you planning to sneak me in?
Oh, I'll lie about you as usual.
I see.
I'm only going because it's work.
Oh, great. That was always a problem, wasn't it, with our glossy, if brief relationship? You were always out working, and I was at home doing the cooking.
Yes, and very beautifully you did it, too.
That's what all my ladies say. So tonight, Principessa, I booked a table at the Trattoria Lirica. Carlo is dying to see us.
Max, have you ever heard of the Damask collection?
No? Should I?
Well, now, you're the great entrepreneur, wheeler-dealer on 5 continents. I'd have
all
thought
that,
you'd know
darling,
every...
but never the rag trade. Is it really important?
Well, frankly, no, but I promised Si I'd do it. Why do you always have to make everything so difficult?
All right. You win.
I win? It's not a matter of winning.
Lovely dressing gown you're wearing. Is it new?
You bought it for me 3 years ago.
It's worn well.
Yes, but I don't wear it much.
Why are you wearing it now?
Because you bought it for me. Do I have to explain everything to you?
Jemima? Jem?
What?
Can I come in?
Max, now it is lovely to see you, and I had always hoped I'd see you again, but you do tend to put my freedom of choice through the mincer, don't you?
What time have we got to be there?
7:30. Now,
You
Max,
sure?
Max, would you... Now, just leave. Max, I'm trying to get ready. You've got to be... Max, please. Max. I've only just put that on.
Like you said, very, very exclusive. Who is this, whoever it is you're going to meet?
You wouldn't know him.
Miss Jemima Shaw. Miss Shaw, I was told you might be here.
Our only reason for coming, in fact. Good heavens.
Hello, Ira. Thought you'd vanished without tracing Capri. What's the game this year?
Max. Well, well. I thought you were living abroad.
Oh, I'm just passing through.
Miss Shaw, may I introduce my friend and colleague, the distinguished author Acton Tyndall?
Of course. How do you do?
How do you do?
And you are...
Oh, I do beg your
I
pardon.
thought you knew. This is Ira Bartholomew.
Look, we'll come round.
Tweedledum and Tweedledee. And you know Dum, then?
Some years ago.
What is he?
Oh, phony.
You sure?
Certain.
Look, give me 10 minutes alone with them, would you?
Miss Shaw, this really is most fortuitous.
Absolutely splendid.
Absolutely. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you want to sell me a story.
Oh, not sell, dear lady. Well, not exactly.
Look, we need your cooperation. And you're going to be fascinated, isn't she, Ira?
Oh, absolutely. I stake my life on it.
Absolutely.
Delicate for a 55.
Rather meaty, I'd say.
You would.
Wouldn't you agree?
I beg your pardon?
Meaty-ish.
Roast beef in Yorkshire, madam.
A tale of romance.
Of adventure.
Of mystery.
A story with everything. A veritable...
Treasure trove.
The very
Stuff
stuff
that dreams are made of. Yes, quite. Could we get to the point? Of what interest is this story to me?
If you'd like to sit down, I'll try to put it as simply as I can, Miss Shaw. We have tracked down what we're certain is a part of a group of legendary wines known as the Damask collection.
Yes. Well, I've heard of them.
I am convinced that it is in the possession of Mr. Pedlar, our host here tonight.
Well, then why don't you just see him about it?
Oh, we've tried, dear lady.
No one can.
He's a recluse.
He stays in bed.
He'll see nobody.
Miss Shaw, the part of the collection which is here in this house was sent to Mr. Pedler from France at the beginning of the war.
By its owner, his great friend, the Baron de Morance.
You see, he was unable to get all the collection out. Sorry.
May I?
Absolutely.
The point is, monsieur, while the Baron was packing up the wines, the Nazis were on the march through La Belle France, and unfortunately not all of the wines got dispatched to England for safekeeping. Alas, the worst happened. The famille Morans were wiped out, most of them being Jewish, in concentration camps.
And the Baron's estate was broken up when there was no one to inherit.
Ever since the war, Mr. Pedler has been searching for any living heir in order to pass the collection on. We have found that heir.
Really?
And I've written,
With my guidance,
A book.
A book about the search from start to finish.
Which you want me to publicise?
Well, we are men of business, dear lady. I mean, it would be to our mutual advantage. You would have an exciting program.
culminating in the meeting of Mr. Pedler with the heir he's been searching for.
Heartwarming.
Heartwarming.
Well, look, could I see this book?
Absolutely. I'll send you around the manuscript as far as I've got.
You mean it's not finished?
How can it be, dear lady? You, Mr. Tyndall, and myself are going to complete the last chapter.
Oh, ah.
Is he a crook?
Oh, no, he's a con man.
You see, it could be a good programme, but...
Yeah. That's the trouble with con men. You never know whether they're telling the truth or not. And neither do they.
Let's table it too. Mr. Hyde.
Hello, Carlo. Good to see you.
And the Principess.
Carlo, how are you?
It's a long time we no see.
Yeah, I'm working in Singapore just now.
Oh, are you mad? All that foreign food.
Yeah, terrible.
Principess.
Yes.
Don't you bother with the avocados tonight.
I know.
No, Stuart.
Stuart.
Yeah, Maria.
Changed.
Have you not been back?
Your guest is waiting.
Oh, what?
He's a very funny man. I think he's been drinking.
Oh, God. You wouldn't fancy a nice, quiet, wimpy bar, would you?
I expect you're wondering why I've intruded on you like this.
Funny you should ask.
Well, I heard you mention the name of the restaurant, the wine tasting, and I wanted to have a word with you alone.
Mr. Tyndall, I can't recall the titles of any books you may have written.
Oh, really? I use several names. Depends on what style I'm using. Under my own name, a novel called The Domino Set had some success.
Oh, yes. What exactly is this?
Proof that the Damask collection exists. This is a bottle traced to the estate of the late Baron.
Margot, 1884.
Until I found this bottle, it was thought that the Damask collection had gone forever, stolen by Hermann Goering for his hoard of looted treasure.
I thought Ribbentrop was the wine merchant.
I promise you I'll be brief. The German invasion had started when the Baron made plans to preserve his wine collection, with only a young boy to help him, a boy who knew nothing of the value of what he was packing. But the Germans advanced so swiftly that they only managed to get a few bottles out of the country. The rest remained behind on the estate, to be drunk and smashed by barbarians. I found that young boy, now a middle-aged man, of course, and he sold me this bottle, which he took with him in 1940 as a keepsake in memory of the Baron. And now, if you'd be so kind, I'd like you to take part in a historic moment. Would you mind?
Sure.
A couple of shots of me and Miss Shaw as I pull the cork. Okie-doke?
You're not going to open it. You can't. Why?
Because, Miss Shaw, I always believe in taking out insurance against every eventuality.
You don't trust Ira either, huh?
Don't entirely trust anybody. But I will be the first man in the world absolutely known to have drunk from the Damask collection. Thank you, sir.
Okie doke. Excuse me.
You're my witness, Miss Shaw.
Smile.
A memento. This should be worth a few years' lecture tours around the world. The icing on the cake.
It's a bit brown looking.
Well, it's nearly 100 years old.
Oh. It's not a very good year.
Yeah, but it's history. And my future is assured.
Smoked salmon for the pressure gas.
Thank you, Carlo.
Tagliatella for Mr. Hyams and for your friend, the prosciutto alla Malone. Huh? It's like what you ordered.
You okay?
Excuse me.
Mr. Tyndall.
You have done nothing? Look what they do to your table.
That wasn't very good insurance. He's dead.
Taxi!
Ah, friendshipers.
What happened?
What don't happen? Last night we got someone poisoned, drinking wine in my restaurant, right? And is that good for trade? I was till dawn with the police. I come back here this morning, and what now I got? I got a burglary. Do I need a burglar? Hey, Maria, leave that alone, please. Now take this in the kitchen, huh?
Carlo, did the police say it was poison?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, they take away the bottle last night. They bring it back this morning, and they say it's a poison. Well, sure, it's poison. I don't know wine kills you that quick. It takes years.
Listen, that fat man who left just now, what did he want?
Fat. Oh, yeah, him. He hear that his friend have a heart attack in my restaurant. So, of course, he come back to pick up any of his things.
What things?
Many things. You know, he want to know where he sit, what he do, anything.
Was there anything?
No. The police take away everything last night. Hey, Maria, take this, please. We're not after the opening.
Well, look, Carlo, I'm sorry about all your troubles. I really am.
All right, but excuse me now, huh?
But yes, I did actually leave my scarf here in all the excitement.
Scarf? Ah, here it is. Been here all night. I'm so sorry, I didn't see it.
I'm lucky your burglars didn't take it, Carlo.
Yeah, well, that's just it. They didn't take anything. They take nothing. No, thank God. Not even the £5 the Bruno leave in the till to bet on the horses.
Have a lovely night. Cherry, look, get onto the library, would you?
What library?
Any library. British library. Huh? Find out all you can about a book called The Domino Set by Acton Tyndall. That's a double L.
Can you keep it down a bit, please?
Find the book, find the publisher, find out anything you can about the author. Anything and everything. Everything. Oh, it's all right, I'll get it. Yeah.
Jemima, my dear.
Oh, not now, Si, please.
I just wondered if your evening was filled with delight.
Yes, someone was murdered at our table.
Good God, you are keen.
No,
I'll talk to you later, Si.
Yes, but tell me...
Hold on just a minute. Jemima, it's for you. The police.
Jerry, I've just spent half the night with the police. Would you ask them what they...
No, Mima, your flat's been burgled.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh. Sorry, the door was unlocked.
What? Oh, you?
I'm a friend of Miss Short.
Oh, I'm sorry. Only we've had this burglary, you see.
Yeah, no, I called her office. Do you know where she is?
I don't know. She said she was going for a walk to have a think.
Aha. Okay, thank you.
Close the door, won't you?
Are you okay?
How'd you find me?
It's where you always came when you wanted to think. Has it upset you?
Makes everything feel dirty.
Oh, well. At least they didn't spray the walls with aerosol paint.
No, it didn't seem to be that kind of burglary at all. They just went through everything.
I take anything much?
Not that I could see. Wait till Mrs. B's cleared up.
Mm-hmm. What did the police say?
Oh, there's a burglary every 5 minutes. They took fingerprints. They'll let me know. Max, when people get murdered, there's a reason for it, no matter how odd. When someone gets burgled and nothing gets taken, there's a reason for that. But when someone gets murdered and 2 places get burgled and nothing gets taken, there's a quite different reason for that.
Like what?
Like, looking for something or putting something there, I don't know yet. Listen, tell me everything you know about Ira Bartholomew.
Met him first in Australia. Something to do with a funny deal in opals. And then I ran into him again a couple of years later in Ibiza. He bought a pair of Modigliani's for an American client, but nothing wrong with them, except they've been painted about 50 years after Modigliani died. Must have been 1970. It was just the time that Joker was cooking up the fake Howard Hughes biography.
Oh, yes. Oh. What did I do with that cork, the one Tyndall gave me from his bottle of Margaux?
I don't know. Does it matter? Come on. I'll buy you an ice cream. Wind the lights.
Don't. They'll throw us out.
Well, you do seem to have wandered into a touch of the old tangled webs, don't you? Do you think it'll make a program?
Well, now, look at it this way, Si. If a murder...
Is it a murder?
Well, sudden and very curious death, then. 2 burglaries, a legendary collection of historical vintages, a long-lost claimant, and a book on a search covering years won't make you an offbeat wine programme, then I can honestly say I don't know what either you or the public are looking for.
Don't be evasive, darling. You know exactly what I mean.
Yes, I do, Si, but ask me when I put it into some sort of order, will you? There's something missing.
Couldn't be your sense of humour, could it?
Out, Si. Come on.
Very well.
Find something amusing to do.
Very well, very well. In search of wine. You keep digging, you'll find it.
All right.
Careful, careful. I'm vintage.
You can say that again.
Now, you listen to me, young lady. If you continue with this offbeat sense of humour of yours, I'll have you transferred to light entertainment, and you won't find very much to laugh about down there.
Background stuff on wines.
Oh, great.
We have God's Men and Wine by William Younger, Wine by Hugh Johnson, Les Vins de Bourgogne by Opar, Pierre Poupon et Pierre Forgiot.
This?
Ah. Well, I just thought I'd try and find out where I was going wrong.
What about Acton Tyndall?
Ooh, lousy writer. He wants to write, likes to write, and he can't write.
Who told you that?
His publisher. Both his publishers, both of them had dropped him. It seems he only had one book that ever got its print cost back. And that was The Domino Set, a novel.
You little darling.
What's it about?
Life among the jet set in Ibiza.
What did he know about that?
Oh, he lived there for a while.
Yes, you're right. 69 to 71. Time of the Howard Hughes hoax. Let's get Mr. Bartholomew in, shall we?
What shall I tell him?
Tell him I'm going to do his programme.
Morning.
Oh,
One.
there's a young lady to see you, Mr. Cottle. One of your favourites.
One of my favourites, one of them. The favourite. Jemima.
How are you?
Very well. Very, very well. You're an old fool, boy. Come and sit down. Sit down. How nice, how nice. I was just thinking how nice it would be to have a glass of sherry, and how much nicer to have it with a dear friend. Now I'm going to have one with a very dear and very beautiful friend.
Oh, thank you.
I see you on the television box now and then. Better than snooker. A game for layabouts in my day.
How's your book coming along?
Oh, I work on it, I work on it. It'll be finished one day, perhaps. One can never really come to the end of a book about wine, because wine never ends. Thank God. Now, why have you come to see me?
To see you. And to ask you to tell me about the Damask collection.
My dear child, what have you been reading?
What is the Damask collection?
It's an ideal, a measurement. It's said to be the oldest collection of wine ever made over a period of 200 years.
Would the wine be drinkable after all that time?
Much of it would be, but it was never meant to be drunk. That would deplete the collection. The legend is that the collection was started sometime in the 18th century and was then passed on secretly on the death of each custodian so that no one would ever know where it was. Each custodian could then add a few bottles of what he thought to be the finest vintage of his lifetime, and at his death he willed it to that person whose opinion he valued as much as his own.
But if one couldn't drink it, how would one know?
Oh dear, I haven't explained it properly. Because one trusted the previous custodian, one knew the wines to be the finest. It was a measurement of wine and a measurement of trust and faith in both.
What a beautiful story. And?
And it doesn't exist.
You're sure?
I know.
Would you, as the most respected authority on wine in this country, be prepared to go into a court of law and swear it doesn't exist?
I would be prepared to swear that no one living or dead has ever seen the Damask collection. Just as I would be prepared to swear that there is no evidence, apart perhaps from Joseph of Arimathea, that anyone has seen the Holy Grail, but it exists in the mind of man.
As a legend?
As a legend. I do hope you won't ask me to go into court and swear to that. I would hate to have to stand in a witness box on oath and deny romance. Do you young people have to be so certain about reality?
I wouldn't ask you.
I wouldn't do it.
But I will ask you if a bottle of 1884 Chateau Margaux, which I saw opened last night, would have been worthy of inclusion in the Damask collection.
Never!
Why?
It was the age of the vine plagues, my dear. The 84 was so poor that most of it was swilled down the drain. It wasn't even thought worthy of a bottle.
Or a cork.
So?
There isn't a Damask collection. It doesn't exist, and it never has.
Are you certain sure?
Certain positive.
I know. He asked me to do that too. The office was crowded. It's the only place we could find to do it was in the airing cupboard in the managing director's flat.
What did you do with your typewriter?
Afternoon. Listen, have you come across the Phylloxera louse yet?
Oh, certainly. Phylloxera vasatorix, I think. Yeah, it's an aphid which feeds on the roots of vines. It arrived in France from England, Hammersmith, would you believe, in the late 1860s. And then gradually it just gobbled up the vineyards of France and Europe.
Including Margot.
In which case, what wine was Acton Tyndall really drinking?
And more to the point, where did it come from?
Some of these photographs will, of course, be used in the book.
Yes, but you haven't got a book now, Mr. Bartholomew. It wasn't finished when Mr. Tyndall died.
The late and lamented. Always impulsive. So sad. However, I can find another writer. Miss Shaw, there are plenty of writers about. The Chateau de Morance. The Baron de Morance in 1938 and the Baroness de Morance, both of whom you will remember died so tragically in a prison camp. Dove Chimon, who worked for the Jewish agency and also for a more independent agency, from whose microfilm records I was able to obtain these. German records from the Zwickhausen prison camp near Paderborn, where it is known that the Baron's eldest son, Jean-Louis, was taken. Also, Maria Luce Taviani, an Italian girl who got caught up in the war and ended up in Zwickhausen. Jean-Louis Taviani, the child of Jean-Louis de Morance and Maria Luce Taviani, born 1 year later in the prison camp. Unfortunately, Jean-Louis died before his son was born, which is why we assume the child was registered in the mother's name. After the war, the Taviani girl was repatriated with her child to Italy, where within 3 years she died.
And the child?
An orphan with no family, he was taken in by the Sisters of Charity at Orvieto, and when he grew up, went to the Monastery de Capallo near Monte Pasquale, where he still remains.
A monk?
The gardener. But Jean-Louis Taviani is Jean-Louis de Morance, heir to the Damask collection and direct descendant of the first Baron and Baroness de Morance.
Very impressively put together, Mr. Bartholomew.
The rest of the evidence is here.
Right. Might I borrow this?
Naturally. I am sure that you'll find the full story fascinating.
Fascinating.
Hello? Hello? Nice to see me.
Nice to see you. I'm working.
Time for lunch?
No, I'm working.
Oh, excuse me, teacher. Perish the frivolous thought. Slap me a wrist, she's working.
Oh, Max, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Max. Acton Tyndall's investigative masterpiece is lousy. Don't think any publisher would touch it.
What do you expect, darling? The book a prize winner?
But this is different. You know, I think your friend Ira Bartholomew's evidence is kosher.
Now, don't get too carried away. Ira's an evil old rogue. He knows his game, darling.
Yes, well, I've made a few checks. It all stands up so far. I believe he's actually found the de Morance heir.
De Morance?
Mm.
The French aristocrat that disappeared during the last war?
The wine family it's all about.
Ah, let me have a butcher's of those, huh?
Ugh. Listen, Max, now you are here.
Yeah, now I'm here. You need me, see?
No, come on, listen. What I don't get is this. If Ira Bartholomew has found this heir that Samuel Pedlar's been looking for all these years, for which service he'll obviously be well rewarded, why did he need Acton Tyndall's lousy book about the Damask collection, which we know does not exist? And why did he need Acton Tyndall?
Perhaps in the end he didn't. And, speaking of Tyndall...
Yep.
The cork.
Where was it?
Very nearly in the dry cleaners. Found it in the jacket I was wearing that night. I must have picked it up when the corpse fell in the soup.
Bless you.
Don't tell me you come to lunch.
Yes, in an hour. First, I'm going to call on my wine merchant.
I can tell you almost everything about this cork, and the markings here and here on the side.
Is it nearly 100 years old?
This cork was put into a bottle on the estate of the Baron de Morance in the year 1940. It's all on it. Fine fellow, I knew him well. I've cracked a few bottles of his wine in my time when I was up to that sort of thing. I've still got a few cases, I think.
Mr. Cottle, I want you to do me a great favour.
If I can.
I believe you know Mr. Samuel Pedlar.
Sam, fellow member of the Saintsbury Club. My oldest rival and fondest friend.
I want you to make an appointment for me to go and see him.
No. That's one thing I cannot do. I can't even see him myself. The old tick won't even answer me letters. Quite gaga, I guess. He's even said to have given up claret. And he was always a two-bottle man.
Please, Mr. Cottle, I want you to phone his butler and tell him I believe I have found the whereabouts of Baron de Morance's heir.
You think you've found the grandson of Baron de Morance?
I'm certain of it.
And the Damask collection.
I believe so.
Inigo Cottle says it doesn't exist.
Cottle does he? Well, he's right, of course. But he doesn't know everything, because if he did, he would know I was caretaker to the nearest thing that could be called part of it that's ever existed. Show them, Packeridge. "21 sublime bottles in perfect condition. 7 each of the premier cru Lafitte the Seigneur, Margot the poet, and Latour the maestro. Such an excellent trio. The supreme vintages, never to be repeated."
After the ravages of phylloxera.
Indeed, monsieur.
If you say this is not the legendary collection, sir, at least it must be the true one. May one be permitted to touch?
Restrain him, Packeridge. His perspiring hand may heat the bottle.
You weren't searching for any Damask collection, were you, Mr. Bartholomew?
My dear young lady, my business is with Mr. Pedlar. I am very grateful to you for facilitating the introduction, but until we do the programme...
What programme, Mr. Bartholomew? You don't need a programme now. Or a partner. You knew Mr. Tyndall's bottle of wine had been poisoned.
Mr. Pedlar, sir, I
And that's why you had the restaurant and my flat burgled. You had to get the cork back.
My dear young lady, you should take to writing novelettes. You really should.
If the cork was put in 1940, Then the poison was put in before the cork that sealed it, and no one could accuse you of Tyndall's murder.
No one could accuse me of murder because I have never murdered anyone. Murder is not in my terms of reference. That bottle belonged to Tyndall.
You're talking of the notorious 84. A lethal vintage indeed. Oh, I like it so much. Don't you know the tale? Very good. One of the great black jokes.
Mr.
Pedler. As we know, Baron de Moran sent his finest claret to me to look after for his family. But he was forced to leave the rest, a priceless cellar. Now, he didn't have time to hide them, and he couldn't bear to smash them up, so he placed poisoned bottles in every bin, hoping that the German officers would drink their fill. And they did, all over the Reich.
And the false labels on the impossible vintage were a warning.
To his friends. A pity your friend wasn't as informed. Oh, my goodness.
Employing the Damask legend was Tyndall's idea entirely, and his own damn fault if he didn't discover that the bottle was spiked. His research was all the slipshod. I did all the work on this enterprise. All he was interested in was disporting himself on the beach at Tangier. A very unlovely sight that was. That man was a liability. However, I didn't kill him, and the police finally believed me without the proof of the cork. But I do say good riddance.
You needed Tyndall's book about the Damask collection as a front, a decoy to your fraud, which certainly is in your terms of reference.
Fraud?
Your precious clarets are not all they seem, Mr. Pedler.
Explain yourself.
Well, yes, I could very easily, if you'd allow me to open one.
Not the 70s.
Impossible.
Outrageous suggestion. She's a journalist, sir, after a cheap sensation. Well known for it. Send her packing by the tradesman's entrance, that's my advice.
Mr. Pedler, I'd like you to look at a slide I've added to Mr. Bartholomew's collection. Now, first of all, one we've already seen, the Baroness de Morans in 1938. And now, thank you, a close-up detail of that same picture.
You see, Mr. Pedler, I know the de Morans name very well. Not in connection with wine, but with diamonds. One of the greatest collections in France. Various pieces have been turning up since the war, but never the de Morans necklace. 21 Brazilian diamonds of almost matchless brilliance.
21 bottles of claret.
Worth £15,000.
Well, the necklace would be worth £500,000.
And if the corks have been tampered with...
The corks? Who tampered with the corks?
Oh, indeed, I've never heard anything like it.
To insert the diamonds, the wine might be vinegar. Worthless.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Pedler. If there's no diamond, I'll pay for the bottle.
Oh, sure, your money, sir. He's bluffing.
Open one, Paparich.
Sir?
Make it the Latour. Gently now.
Paintings, the Louis XV's furniture, but no mention of the family jewels in your scrupulous documentation.
Your friends just told us that they were stolen. Mr. Pedler, stop this burlesque before it's too late.
Sir?
Please.
Continue.
May I draw the cork?
That's most irregular, sir.
Terrific, Jan.
Forgive me, sir.
Well, looks like a cork. Feels like a cork.
Give it to me.
You know, there's beeswax.
The cork.
Like the filling in a tooth.
Can't believe it. It's the end of a quest.
And here, the perfect stone. Little beauty.
Yes. Oh, yes. I was right.
The wine appears sound, so shall I decant?
Of course.
I've spent most of my life convincing people that everything is possible. If you want a Modigliani, I can find you one. course, I wouldn't tell you that it wasn't a real Modigliani if it made you happier, any more than I would point out to you that 80% of the paint on any Van Dyck or Rubens was not put there by Van Dyck or Rubens, but by one of his students. But for you, in your very brief life, it will be a real Modigliani. By the time I finished talking about the Damask collection, I almost believed it did exist. I hoped it did exist. But I did suspect, no, I was sure about the diamonds. I'm 63. I wanted a pension. I put all the little money I had into this. I hoped that the heir might be grateful. I hoped that I might even have copped the lot.
There is no heir, Mr. Bartholomew.
But all that is true.
I love you, con men. I wouldn't have missed this one for the world.
No, I swear.
It's become another legend that I've been searching for the heir to the Baron's title. It isn't true. But I accept your evidence, Mr. Bartholomew. The Baron was my close and finest friend. But he was both impotent and sterile, a genetic fact. And the only child that the Baroness had, a boy, was not fathered by the Baron, a fact which he knew quite well.
So he sent the diamonds to you because the father was...
Mr. Bartholomew, I will give you any price within reason if you'll bring this man to me.
My dear sir.
Wine, Puckeridge.
I'll fly out tonight.
Appealing colour. Pretty. The Baron could always recork a bottle. Serve it straight away, Puckeridge. We'll warm it in our hands.
Mr. Pedler, I'm sorry.
No one would ever poison the 70.
When do you have to go back?
Tomorrow?
Oh, Max, no. Listen, haven't got a lot on for the next couple of days. You couldn't stay another couple of days, could you?
I'd have to ask my boss.
Who is your boss?
Bit of a rough diamond.
Hmm?
I'm self-employed, you dope.
I'll ask him in the morning. Oh, no.
What?
Jemima, I've tracked you down.
Yes, so it seems. My boss.
Max Holmes.
How'd you do? The diamond merchant, I presume.
It's a sign.
Congratulations, Jemima. It's a marvelous story. Got everything.
Oh. Good. Well, are we going to do it, Si?
Well, of course we're going to do it. It's a genuine old-fashioned scoop. Now, look, I'm going to buy you dinner. Is the food all right here, or should we go somewhere else? Va bene, maestro, va bene, but bring us a bottle of your oldest Barolo, the best in your cellar. And the menu. I'm smelling the most marvelous aromas around here.
I tell you what, Signor, this wine is a discovery that my brother in Tarquinia made, and it is very, very special. He sent it to me, and he said, Carlo, you try this out only on your very special friends. So, for you.
You taste it.